Hello and welcome back to the Boar Reborn. We're going to introduce the players with the characters and starting at the top left. So, Miss B.
Hi, my name's B. I'm playing Heichi Xiaofan, one of the very cool Shugenjas.
Mr. Ian. I don't know if you
Can't hear you, Ian.
Um,
could. Yeah.
Can't hear you.
he's not.
You're very quiet.
Ian's having technical problems. All right. Ian's having technical problems. Okay, in that case, Mr. Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy. I am playing Takahiro, one of the samurai, sort of swordsman samurai.
Mr. Ken.
Hi, I'm Ken. I play Heichi Takahashi, who is the other amazing, awesome Shugenja that keep the party alive and make sure that we manage all of our puzzles, clues, get everything done, and without us, the world would end.
I feel that's slightly dramatic, but yeah,
Mr. Ben.
we'll take it.
Heyo, I'm playing Heiji, formerly of the Dragon Clan, and I'm a tattooed order monk.
Mr. Kyle.
I'm Carl. I play the archer samurai who doesn't deal in the squabblings of the usual sword samurai.
Playing Ryutao.
Playing Ryutao, yes.
And let's see if the technical issues have flushed themselves out. Mr. Ian.
He's frozen.
Nope, I think he's frozen. Oh well. Well, whilst he sorts his technical stuff out, we last left everybody. It's the welcoming picnic at the Fox Clan, the oldest minor clan meeting the youngest minor clan, and also they had discovered that Kitsune Ryoshi, who is the heir, has been asked to do something for her Genpuku, and Ryutao has started at a potential betrothal. Definitely courting Ryoshi. Where last we left everybody, yeah, Ian's just gone. When last we left everybody, Xiaofan was just come up to Ryoshi and was with Ryutao and was just about to make some small talk and potentially find some stuff out if she asks the right questions. So over to you, Miss
Okay.
B.
Ryoshi-sama, thank you for inviting us to this picnic. It has been ever so pleasant so far. Can I ask how how you've been? We have not seen you in I and perhaps some of our other clanmates have not seen you in a while.
Oh, thank you. It is an honour to host the boar at an official meeting. I'm glad that you've actually come to say hello, and especially that Ryutao has made the journey once more. But no, I am busy, very busy, with some research for my Genpuku. I'm sure that Ryutao-san has actually mentioned what it is. It's proving to be quite interesting.
Yes, he did mention, and it must be a great honor to be offered such a challenging Genpuku task.
Yes, although I wish my father had offered me something easier, to be honest. But finding the ancestral swords is going to be a challenge in and of itself. I have made some progress with it. I found part of a prophecy from one of the Shugenja who was around during the when the sword disappeared. So I need to follow that up. But with the worry about my father as well, it's adding to the stress.
Yes, I can imagine. Especially with all this unsettling talk of the turmoil in the spirit world, and your clan being
Yes.
so close to the spirits.
Yes,
It's
yes, we are.
it is a poor timing for you to do such a momentous task. I'm sure that no one would blame you for seeking help outside just yourself, if you were to do that.
I've already asked a few people to help with my research, to find a few pieces. Because the part of the prophecy I have is exactly that. It is a part. There are several other parts that I have to try and find, but it is what it is.
This prophecy sounds very interesting. It's something that you could tell us about. Perhaps perhaps we have some knowledge of whatever it says.
Um, well, she looks around the garden and says, I'm going to take a leap of faith. You have presented yourselves as quite competent, with one of your clan winning the Topaz Championship last year, the reinstatement of the Boar, and the reclamation of their lands. She reaches into her satchel and oh, hello. Please tell me it's loaded up. Okay. She reaches into her her kimono, and she pulls out the small bit of parchment, and she shows it to you. Hopefully this hasn't broken. Has that come up for you as a scroll, or has it come up as a broken picture?
Broken
Broken
picture.
picture.
Right. Okay. Let me see if I can do this then.
All right.
I'll just do it very quickly. Sorry about that, folks.
Keep an eye on the Discord page instead of as in case Ian says that he's.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've reworked the cameras. It's all sorted, but I'll have to
Okay.
redo them again if he appears.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just before I do a little, I was going to say something in character, but just checking it out of character. Andy, your character has prophecies, doesn't he? Is it visions? Is it the same
Divination.
thing?
He has the
Divination.
divination.
That's working.
He's got the. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Where's my character gone? Yeah, he's got the divination. I tend to divine stuff either by. Originally, I was studying the stars, but recently I've started studying. There's some particular stick things you use as
Yeah,
well.
throwing sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top of my head, I can't remember what they are, but they're basically various sticks with kanji on it, and
I've just
you
got
have them in
divination sticks written down. Yeah.
yeah. So what it is you have various sticks, each with a different kanji. You have them in a beaker, and you shake it as you're concentrating on it. And the first few sticks that fall out as you're shaking it, like sort of in that sort of motion, you take the divination from those sticks. So, has something come up called Fumiko?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep.
So Xiaofan will take the parchment if it's offered.
Mhm.
Is it offered? Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And sort of with Ryutaro sort of together, because I'm assuming we're quite close by with each other. And read it. So when autumn leaves dance upon twilight wind, and jade stars align with the fox den, a blade forged in wisdom's sacred flame shall slip from mortal hands again. Through seasons 3 times 9 it sleeps, guarded by spirits old and wise, until one marked by Inari's grace shall heed the ancient spirit's cries.
Now, I personally think there's a couple of slight errors on this. Ryoshi says because it's worn away. I'm assuming it was assumed it was autumn leaves, but the jade stars are aligning currently, so I believe it's actually meant to be summer leaves. So this could be like a copy of a copy. But autumn leaves sounds more poetic, but I believe it's actually now-ish. And 3 times 9 does not make any sense, but 3 times 3 does, because the kitsune have 9 tails when they are at their most powerful. So 3 times 3 makes sense instead of 3 times 9. But it could be 3 times 9 because of the time that it has been. It's been several generations since this prophecy was made and the sword went missing. It was made by a Shugenja of our clan by the name of Kitsune Fumiko. And I believe this is the first of several parts. This is not the full thing.
Prophecy.
But
Can
I
I
can't
ask-
find. Yeah.
Can I ask where you found this part?
So my father has been scouring several sources. He's been scouring our library and journals, or like private journals from some of the members of our clan in the past. And this was tucked in amongst the sheets that he gathered together about the sword, with his obsession with finding this sword. And obviously, it's our ancestral blade. We need it back because it is our ancestral blades granted to us by the emperor themselves. However, it is his obsession about this is only really appeared within the last year or 18 months, and it's gotten worse over time. It is.
I ask your father's reluctant to say illness, because I know that we don't know exactly what ails him. But when did that start? Around the same time that he began this search for the sword?
Around the same time, but it has grown worse over the last year. I will not speak much beyond what is commonly spoken, but there is. He's now prone to. His rages are stronger. There has and the kitsune have grown skittish near him. But these are things that are commonly spoken about. but not loudly.
Mm. Oh, we have an Ian.
Hey, we have a Mr. Ian again. Hopefully. Hopefully.
No.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
look how happy he
Right,
is.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, I've had to go onto my tablet for Discord. I'm going to struggle with Roll20 at the moment, but I'll carry on trying.
Okay.
No worries.
Fingers crossed anyway, boss.
Determination. Well done.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is this okay to and I hand back the parchment. Is this okay to discuss with the other members of our Boar Clan? Well, specifically, there is many amongst us that have different knowledges coming from all different clans originally. We have a very powerful Shugenja. We also have somebody who is very versed in prophecies, or at least knowledgeable far beyond my own knowledge, especially in stars. So
It is. Yeah.
I do not
I
want to
formally
put you in a
request.
position, but
No, I understand, but with the honor and respect you have shown us as the newest clan, and she glances over at Ryoshi, and the friendship,
Ryutao, she's Ryoshi.
I I ask that I ask for help with research, as my knowledge as a Shugenja is more focused on the spirit realms than on other parts.
I also know somebody who is very good with the spirits also, and she glances towards Ryutaro.
I mean, you literally taught me most of my lore, Ryoshi.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yes. Yes,
Then
I am formally asking for help in the research for me to find my ancestral blade.
I would be honoured to offer you my help.
Excellent.
And I'm sure our other clan members would be honoured also, but I do not wish to speak for them just yet.
I'm sure they'll help us, even if they. But I doubt
Excellent.
they would refuse to a call for help. Or an ask for help.
Excellent. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to seeing what research you find.
What is your next course of action? Are you searching anywhere specific? Are you traveling anywhere?
There is at least two other parts to this, potentially three other parts to this, which I am going to be looking for. So there is talk of, obviously there are parts of the library I have not gone to. There are parts of the Coiden that something could be hidden. There are parts within the Fox Clan land that could be found out about.
Then perhaps if you are willing and available, we should make time to meet together and perhaps assign different areas so we're not all looking in the same place. If that is something
That makes
you
sense.
wish to- Tom, just so to ask, where are we staying currently?
You have rooms at the inn in the village just outside the casino,
No worries.
the castle casino.
So we're not far.
No.
And then, as far as Xiaofan's concerned, she'll just do small talk. So,
Yeah.
if Ryutao wants to say anything. So.
Just Ryutao will continue small talk and chat away, but not, as I said, not give too much away or make anything embarrassing or.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So whilst you guys are making small talk, who does anybody wish to speak to anybody else on that list?
I was mid talking to those two Shugenja, but I'll wait to go back to that if other people want to do conversations, because I don't know how far. I can't really remember where we were talking up to.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll hold off with Mr. Ken then. Mr. Ben, is there anybody on that on the list of NPCs that you were interested in speaking to?
Well, as I missed the last session, can you circle back to me? Is that all right? I'll have a look
no
now and see if
problem.
there's someone that I want to have. Is that all right?
Yep. Mr. Ian.
You don't talk to anybody.
No, I have.
No, he was
I managed
speaking.
to. Luckily, Takahiro didn't hear what I was saying to the guy I was talking to. I think he might have been driven to a duel if he had, but.
Yeah,
But no,
that's fair.
Once that conversation finished, I'm sheepishly sort of standing in the corner, being my normal self, thinking about when can I go back to the library.
Okay. Yeah, because you were speaking to Dero, the samurai Bushi.
Yeah.
Andy's going to AFK for a second.
You asked him for a duel,
Okay.
didn't you?
It was training.
Yeah.
Training. Yeah. I didn't offer him out for a duel, but no. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a friendly duel, not
a friendly spar.
Yeah, was it sparring?
Yeah.
Wanted to see how he fights.
Okay. Right. So in that case, Mr. Andy, is there anybody on that list of NPCs that you wanted to speak to, or do you want me to circle back to you?
Circle back to me, please.
No problem. In that case, Mr. Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
You were talking to Yachoko, the one of the Shugenjas, and who was it? Was it Aiko? No, it was Miru. You were speaking.
There were two Shugenjas that I was talking to, weren't there?
Yeah. Jaishoku. Yeah, it was Jaishoku and Miru you were speaking to.
I can't see any. Miru, yeah, I was speaking to Miru. Female Shugenja, connected with spirits, and who was the other one?
Jaichoko, who is like 4 or 5 above.
Yeah, that one, Jakoku.
Yeah. Yep, those two.
Those two. and I
Yep.
was just saying to them, I think I've been asking them about what they knew about this spirit baddie that was prophesized to be coming. Was it a prophecy?
Which one? The you talking about the echoing hunger?
No, not the echoing hunger. They said there was the spirits were in turmoil because there was a bad actor on the horizon that would change
Yes.
change everything, change the face of the empire or something. Oh, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was the bad actor.
Haven't got a name or
They,
anything, has it? Just
yes. As you were talking about it.
I can't remember if I rolled some good rolls.
I think he did. So I'm going to give you a name. It was Kyofu no Oni, who is the Oni of Desperate Hope.
Damn.
Can you put it in the chat? So,
Yeah, no worries.
so my scribe can take a note of it, please.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go.
Right.
There.
Yeah.
And that's the bad actor spirit that is supposedly on its way. Is that
There's
right?
been some. There's been some. There's from your conversations. Actually, give me a quick courtier roll. I don't think you've got any courtier, but you can give us.
I am trained in it.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're not trained in it. Sorry.
No, I am trained in it.
Oh, you are trained in it. Okay. Cool. So yeah, with that 31, you realize that they are that obviously they know more than they are willing to say in this current setting. But you get the idea that not the idea. You do see one glance between them, and then Miru does a very quick eye dart towards the Daimyo Gohai.
Right.
So whilst
So
you're keeping up like general appearances.
right, okay. So they want to say something, but they don't want to say it in front of anybody, specifically the Daimyo.
Yeah. Not in such a like open form.
Yeah. Okay. Um, just so I can understand what's going on. Have they said that name, or have I learnt the name because of my knowledge and what they're saying?
You've put 2 and 2 together from
I'll
what
put
they've
2
been
and 2
saying.
together, right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and that with your so with your knowledge from being a Cooney before you joined the Boar, you've added stats.
Yeah. Okay.
This seems right.
Right. Okay. Cool. I will. So, what are the Fox Clan's traits? What are they known for?
Herbalism, alchemy, and
Specialism.
Shugenja.
Yeah.
Not those like they're
your affinity deficiency. So it's
like the Boar's strength and kind of power. What are the Fox known for? Anything like humility or?
they are known. known for their very deep connection with the spirit realms, and their connection with the wilderness.
Anything else like traits, like if you were doing like traits like honor, patience, strength,
Oh, okay.
wisdom, intelligence, anything like that, so I can kind of bring that into the conversation and or actually
Yeah,
talk to them in a way like
they're known
they-
for negotiating between the spirit realms, and negotiating peace between people. They are, as I say,
negotiate. So
yeah, they're more aligned with the spirit realm as opposed to the mortal realm.
yeah, okay. I'll just say that this discussion is very interesting to me, but perhaps it is something better left to a private Shugenja discussion rather than a friendly open picnic. Shall we meet tomorrow? I guess it's kind of this is going to take up most of the day and stuff.
Yeah, this is a good couple of hours, but you can definitely arrange to meet later in the evening, later afternoon in the evening, or next day.
You,
With
yeah, I'll ask if they would give me the honour of talking with them further later when suits them, either this evening or tomorrow, because this is a subject that I'm extremely interested in, and I've obviously out of character I've shown a certain knowledge to them, haven't I?
yes, because you were Cooney beforehand, so they're well aware of your background. Miro glances at Jashoko and says, "Yes, maybe you could come to my residence later this evening, potentially with trusted members of your clan, and we can definitely discuss this more. But it is not a discussion for the bright sunny time of this picnic."
Indeed, and I am grateful and honour your time talking about such a matter. Shall we enjoy this lovely food more? And
An excellent idea. An excellent idea. Come, let's just show you some of the more delicate dishes from the forest.
I'll follow them and ask all questions about their food and kind of just be really interested, obviously. And they'll see that I really like my food and know about food as well. I'll pass over to Ben so he can.
Yes, Mr. Ben.
Thank you. Yeah, I just put in the chat so I wouldn't forget who put the name.
Yeah.
So if I could speak to Aiko, please.
Yeah, so Aiko is an older Shugenja. She's been one of the people treating the daimyo with medicinal plants, along with what's this person's name? Here we are, Yuki, who is a member of the Hemin class, who is a more knowledgeable herbalist. But they're
Right.
working together. Yuki is not at this picnic. So Aiko is an older woman. She's in her late 30s, early 40s. She has a nice, deep jade green dress with, say, kimono, with the hem being in like a russet red, russet brown sort of trim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think.
Yo. Sorry.
No, go on. I was just going to
Yeah.
sort of lay out what I wanted to do. So the idea is to kind of start off having a light chat about the sort of the medicinal herbs that grow in the area, what sort
Yeah.
of things is the area known for, that kind of thing. And then I suppose try to segue as politely as possible into the treatment of the daimyo, what how that's going, what they've tried, those sorts of
Of
things.
course.
I guess just to get a fuller picture of that. So,
she actually comes across as quite knowledgeable, and she says, Heishi-san, it is a pleasure to meet somebody else who is interested in herbal lore as well as spirituality. Monks tend to be focused more on the Tao and Shinto, but the fact that you're showing an interest in the other aspects, the natural world, is refreshing.
yeah, I'm interested in all areas of the world around us, and I find the law that you have chosen to specialize in of particular interest to our for it's something that everyone will come to need at some point. Something to help them to bring balm and ease to people is of great importance. So I thank you
Yes.
for any information you can share, Aiko-san.
Well, you're more than welcome to come to my residence, and we can go through some of the medicinal texts if you're interested in that. I just wish there was something more that we could do for our daimyo. It is quite vexing with I wouldn't say his reluctance, but his body's reluctance to deal with his current ailments. It is most frustrating, to be honest. There is a spiritual element to this as well, which,
In what way?
well, his affliction seems to be, as I say, there are physical aspects of it. Aspects of he's become weaker, but yet he is able to go for 3 days without sleep, and then he will sleep for 12 hours before awakening again. He's obsessed with the lore of the Fox Clan, especially with finding the swords. That I believe that is why he has asked Ryoshi-sama to actually find the sword for her Genpuku.
How many
There's
generations has that been lost now?
3 generations, 3 generations now. There was a seeress by the name of Fumiko who had been granted visions and dreams. There's a small shrine to her as well within the Foxlands that honors her because of these. Although she's almost been forgotten, it's only through Ryoshi-sama that I'm actually aware of her. To be honest with you,
I would be very interested to visit the shrine and pay my own respects and meditations there?
There is a
if you would
small shrine.
entertain me.
Yeah, that's there is a small shrine, not far from here, maybe a few hours into the Kitsune More to her, which is it's currently tended by Matsuoka, who is an aging monk, who is he's made the shrine his own, although he's taken a vow of silence, so he's not very talkative. But he does look after her shrine as an honored ancestor. So,
Wonderful.
but that is it is the shrine is actually the shrine is actually a roadside shrine to Inari, but Fumiko spent a lot of who's our patron kami, as you would know, but Fumiko is also honored there as well as an ancestor. I can definitely give you guide you there if you are wanting to visit it. So we can make a
I
day
would
of
like
it,
that.
as it were. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I do need to go into the forests to gather some more. So myself and Yuki will be going to try and find some more herbs and actually try and find some more. Try some more things for our Damio.
Oh, well, if I could accompany you and help in any way, I'm very happy to do so.
By all means, it would be an honor. And of course, glancing at your bare arms, she's a slight smile and goes, "It would be good to have such a strapping man along with us."
Cougar.
Yeah.
I'm happy to carry whatever is required.
I take it you're not one of the orders that has taken a vow of celibacy, such a handsome man like yourself. I'm sorry. I should not ask.
It's not one of my current vows, no.
Her smile deepens a bit more.
Okay.
So, we'll leave that there. Go to Mr.
Got myself
Andy.
a sugar mama.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that Takahiro wasn't focusing on a particular person. I think he was like doing the equivalent of working the room, and he was making sure he
Yes.
met and got physically met and was introduced to and got to know basic sort of essentially what you've outlined in the summary of the NPCs.
That was what you got from you working the room.
Okay.
But
So
you also you also noted that Asami was also working working the room to find out like where your strengths were, as in like the board stuff is.
She's their lead courtier, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's they're like one of the main diplomats.
Yep. So
yep.
I'm not particularly picky. If someone wants to come, if someone picks me out to talk to, then because I will be friendly and talk to them. But there wasn't someone I was actively pursuing for a conversation. So.
Okay. Can everyone give me a quick awareness roll? Just strict awareness. It's fairly low DC of like let's say 10. Everyone should see this.
Yeah, not too much.
Sorry, what was can we declare raises then?
Awareness.
Yeah, if you want to declare raises, you can. Yeah.
Do we know what?
Sorry, I should have said that.
The thingy number is target number.
Was 10.
10. Okay. Awareness 10.
I'm going to declare
I
2
can't-
raises.
I'm only going to be aware
Okay.
1. So 15.
Okay.
Oh, I should put
Cool.
more.
Oh wow. Should have
Christ.
put more. You rolled really well. Okay. All of you will notice a groundskeeper. He's on the edge of the. You see him moving around the edge of the picnic area and just like going into the background, coming forward. He's pointed out that his name is Kaito Shiro, who is the groundskeeper. I'll put his name in the chat.
Hell
He
yeah, I got it
and you
right
find out
first time.
excellent. So he's the like the head groundskeeper. You notice him quietly moving around in and out, tending the garden, keeping hold of, making sure things are all right. And you also Takahiro, you'll notice that Emmy, there's a maid who is constantly hovering around Gohai, and you find out her name is Emmy. Youngish, but she's obviously devoted to Gohiro, and she's also
So
one of
Emi,
the
EMI.
the head. Yes, she's also one of the head housekeepers.
Devoted to who?
Gohai, the daimyo. Yeah.
'Cause I
Oh,
thought
we
you said
had some
Gahira.
mention of her before.
Yes.
We had some mention
Did
of her.
we? Because we had an older maid that was
Oh, was the first one
that was
older?
the first one was older, and that was Yuki. So the older maid in her 40s looks after him, and Gohai glared at her when she
Yeah.
was
So
insisting.
Yuki, through the conversations you've had, Yuki is the herbalist who's looking after Gohai, but Emmy is like one of the head housekeepers, and she's obviously devoted to Gohai. However, you got 2 raises. You did 1, but you did the thing. So, okay. So, Takahiro, you'll notice that. Sorry, Emmy, Takahiro, and Xiaofan, you both notice that even though she's obviously hovering around him, he is a little bit annoyed by her hovering around him. Takahiro, you also noticed that because you put 2 raises in, that she flinched at one point when she was near him, almost in fear. So the rest of the picnic goes fairly smoothly. It comes to its natural end after about 2 hours, and people start drifting off, bowing to people, and drifting off. Gohai is the first to leave because nobody can leave before him. But then people like hang around for another 15-20 minutes before everyone like drifts apart. And you and Ryoshi are left alone in the picnic area with just, and then you'll see a couple of maids hanging back, one looking like they want to start clearing, but they don't want to disturb you. But you are all there with Ryoshi.
Should we talk to? I say this to Ryoshi. I say, should I mention now to the rest of my clan about perhaps meeting at another point, or unless you are keen to start this afternoon?
the sooner this can happen, the better. This is taking me. I've started my research about 6 months ago now, and I'm at an impasse.
See if we can
To
resolve
be
that.
honest, this is why I mentioned.
I sort of see if we can gather everyone together. Ryoshi-sama has formally requested help from the Boar Clan, us specifically, in her Genpuku, discovering the whereabouts of this ancestral sword, which we're all aware of. She has some interesting discoveries that she has made. A prophecy from a Kitsune Fumiko. And if we are all willing to help her with this, I was hoping we could perhaps organise what it is that we can do to help, and when we can start.
Are you talking to all of us?
Yeah, to everybody.
At this point, Ryoshi looks to each of you and says, "This is true. I believe this could be a start to more prosperous, a more prosperous negotiation and relationship between the fox and the bull. Especially as my father is due to retire soon. However, he's not wanted to retire until the sword has been found."
Can you tell me this prophecy?
I have what I believe is the start of the prophecy. As I was saying to Xiaofan-san, there's been some. I'm not sure about how much people understand about how prophecies work in regards to visions and dreams. I believe the prophecy that I have is only the start of it. There should be at least, I believe, 2 more parts, maybe a third part to it. And there is.
Can we see it?
Yep. So I'll show. She actually pulls it out and shows it to you again, and it's the same one that. It should all now be in your handouts under Fumiko.
Yeah. I've got it. Just it hadn't been shown in character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Reading.
Yeah.
Reading it. Sorry, and first of all, this may tell me if this regards title. Does Takahiro know what Inari is?
Inari is one of the major fortunes. He's the fortune of rice and contentment and fortune. He's one of the fortunes.
Okay,
So he's like one of the major ones. Everybody knows who Inari is.
gotcha.
So this, I'll address whatever her name is. I've forgotten already.
Ryoshi.
Yeah.
Roshi.
Yeah. Sounds like
Ryoshi.
a curry. Ryoshi. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
The first part of this is historic, correct? It's saying what happened to the sword. It is the fifth line says the blade shall slip from mortal hands again, which is what has happened. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe this was when the swords disappeared for the second time. The first time it was stolen, and then it was quickly refound. The thieves were captured and dealt with fairly quickly. But this is the second. This mentions again. I believe this is when it disappeared 3 generations ago when Fumiko made
When
the prophecy.
you say that it disappeared, did it vanish in front of people's eyes, or was it misplaced, or did it break in a fight
It
or
was
something?
it was taken from taken from the Great Hall where it is kept on display.
I see. And was that during autumn?
I believe so. However, the second line that states about the Jade Stars is happened in the last week. The Jade Stars have aligned again, so this is where I think the confusion has come from the autumn and the summer, where the Jade Stars are now in alignment as it is summer now. But as we know, the stars move in the night sky.
Indeed. Could the stars have been aligned when the sword vanished first, like the second time when it was stolen from the hall?
This is what I believe. I cannot say for certain, but I do believe this.
Indeed. And does the seasons 3 times 9 fits for its sleeping? You said not 3 generations.
Um, I believe that it is. This is where it has gone. Where this copy has gone wrong. Because 3 times 9 does not make much sense. As that would, if it is 3 seasons times 9, that would be 9 years. But 3 times 3 is a more common trope. And especially as the kitsune, when they achieve their greater form, have 9 tails. The more tails that a kitsune spirit has, the more powerful it is. You may have noticed upon your visits kitsune around here with 1 or 2 tails, but 9 is the greatest number.
So you think this is a copy that has been miscopied rather than. Or it's hard to miscopy 3 to become a 9, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but obviously this is prophecy, so it can be open to interpretation. The line about Inari's grace, one marked by Inari's grace, though, is I believe that it would be a member of the Fox Clan, as Inari is our patron fortune.
Exactly. So it's somebody in the clan's favour and strong with the belief in Inari. I'm interested. I'm asking about the first first parts as historical, to try to get an understanding, possibly, of what the later parts might be. Kitsune
Uh,
spirit seem to be um, a good ancient and spirits old and wise. Kitsune are known for their wisdom.
I kind of grimace on that.
that is true.
Nine, 3 times 9 may well be seasons 3 times 9 tails it sleeps.
Potentially. So, what did you say, Kyle?
I grimaced when he said they're wise because I know they're tricksters more than anything else.
They're
Yeah.
wise.
So, yeah, you'll also know that Kitsune are also the messengers of Inari. They are held sacred by Inari.
Hmm.
Everybody will. Again, that's a common knowledge. She
Shall
actually
he?
replied,
Sorry.
shall heed the spirit's ancient cries, I believe is when somebody is listening to Inari's call, and I have been entreating Inari for aid in this regard, and believe the timing is right for this. There is, I found some mention of an older dojo, where some in other references to Famiko. I've also heard of there is obviously the library that's, while I've been searching, it is something that would take one person many years to actually search the library fully, although I have had help with that. So that from Hisano Sana.
And you believe that Inari's spirits shall heed the ancient spirits' cries. You have been hearing these, you say, with your prayers to Inari, and the cries are telling you to search this dojo and library.
The dojo is something that came to me in a when I was deep in prayer. Although it is not a dojo that I'm aware of. It is it was known as the dojo, the Silent Strike. But I don't know where that is.
And the feeling for searching the library, has that come through prayer as well, or is that your belief through hope?
That is my hope. Well, we have some of the most extensive libraries. As our clan originally started the library to tell the Shinjo upon their return to Rokugan about what has happened in their time gone. Which of course we allowed the unicorn, as the Shinjo became, access to aid them in reintegrating with Rokugani society. But that is something that it did not come to me in any sort of dream or answer to a prayer. That is something that I believe that we should do. But I am but one person. Even though Hisano-san has actually helped.
Perhaps then my take on this perhaps would be we should listen to this vision of the dojo, and maybe the library is where we find information on this dojo. That would seem to make sense for the ancient spirits' cries to me, without hearing any actual Shahid. The ancient spirits' cries. Inari is a fortune, but a fortune is still a spirit, a very powerful one, and ancient as well. Fortunes were the first.
Of course, yes.
How long has the groundskeeper worked here?
Kaito. Kaito has been here
Mm.
since before I was born. He's always been around.
I imagine
He tends the land around the castle.
Mm. He may have some knowledge about the location potentially of such a place, would he not?
Um, I don't know if the dojo was within the castle grounds, then maybe. If it is outside of the castle grounds, then I don't know. I don't think I've never known him to leave the castle grounds. He lives. He has a small house, slightly deeper into the castle grounds.
Then yes, maybe the library would be the first place to start.
Also, I'll turn to Takahiro and Akihiro. I know you are from different clans, but you are both very skilled samurai. Have you, and I'll look specifically at Akihiro because he's a bit more spiritual, the spiritual one. It sounds perhaps like a dojo you might have heard of in your travels and training.
You can both give me you can both give me a history roll if you like. It will be a relatively good DC, so let's make it a DC 25.
That'll be law history, won't it?
Yes.
I,
Yeah.
I haven't got history.
Okay.
That's no good, is it? Come on, turn up late, don't have a history skill.
Always look forward, never look past.
And I've rolled shit, so
Oh,
well, keeping 4 dice, you'd hope to get.
You think you'd get
Something.
more than that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
God.
It's not something that you recognise, but obviously there are many dojos, and this is a minor clan. It's not a major clan. You don't recognise it from any of the major clans, but you'd assume it would be some sort of one which the Fox use or used in the past.
Perhaps then it seems, not even perhaps, Xiaofan seems to be the it on the right track along with you, Ryoshi. The library is our first place to search for information about this dojo.
Well, there is another avenue. Let us consult the stars tonight. Let us look at what the jade stars are doing in the sky. Tom, do I know is the Fox's Den is that actually a constellation or something like that?
Great pub down the road.
Yeah. You would know that Koiden Kitsune would be known as the Fox's Den, colloquially. So it is the a name for the Fox Clan main castle.
Oh, so the Fox's Den is not a okay. I had read that as a constellation.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to consult the stars tonight and see what I can deduce. If you wish to join me, then I think that would be beneficial. But obviously, suitable chaperone should be present, because she's still a child, isn't she? I'm quite surprised.
Technically,
Is there an
Still
etiquette
the
thing
same
going on
age,
here?
aren't we?
Sorry.
Aren't we same age? We're the same
Yeah,
age?
but we've passed our
Yeah.
Genpuku. We're adults.
Oh, I see. Yes, of course.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah, yeah.
Everyone has withdrawn. There's no chaperone keeping an eye on her.
Well, there's maids specifically trying desperately to wait for us to leave.
Assume her guards nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Right.
You will not. Yeah, there is one person that is noted, who is the one which Akihiro spoke to, and that's Kasune Diro. But he's very unobtrusive.
Okay.
He's actually in a bush right now. We can't see him.
So Takahashi, my alternative is that I'm not saying that consulting the library is not a valid option, merely that there's another element that I may be able to contribute.
Indeed. There's always a place for the spirits and kami to commune with those of with those more attuned to the way of the warrior. I say diplomatically.
I suppose we could do both. We could start with the library and then come midnight.
I will assist
perhaps
with the
we can
library
do
as well.
I think it would require all of our hands.
Have you actually been to the library as yet? Have you had a chance? Actually, no, you wouldn't have. Yes, I will lead you to
We have actually. We have.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. You
Briefly, just
Oh, it was
before we came
briefly.
to join the picnic, myself, Takahiro, and Akihiro. I believe Akihiro is itching to get back. You can tell by the little dance that he's doing. This is a very
So,
large library.
are all of you going to the library, or do any of you want to go somewhere else?
What time is it?
Mid-afternoon, around about 4-ish.
Okay, so and I've got an appointment with those two Shugenja in the evening, haven't I?
Yes.
So I've got
So
time to the library. Cool.
Yeah, you got like 2-3 hours.
Was my thing the next day?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
I'll be meeting in the morning to go out to the forest, as it's a couple of hours walk.
Might as well go to the library then. Not that I'm much good in the library.
To the library.
What?
To the library.
I'm already there.
Yeah. So she leads you all to the library, where she'll reintroduce you to Kasune Hisano, the who is the scholar. She's dedicated to preserving the knowledge of the clan, although she isn't the head librarian. But she is one of the she's the one of the people that uses the library the most. So she introduces you to Kitsune Hisoka, he's an old man. His head is shaved like a monk. He's near blind, and he does walk with a tall stick. He's hunched over, but he's the he's the head librarian.
He wasn't at the lunch, was he?
No, he wasn't.
So sorry.
I just put him in the chat.
Sorry, you have just. Oi.
I'm just about to. There you go.
I'm so good at spelling these names, man.
Take it, you got it completely right. And when Ryoshi introduces you, he holds his hand out for Ryoshi. It is good to see you again, child. So, these are members of the newest of the minor clans. Is this right? And he's kind of like he's really squinting and trying to see you, but he obviously can't see you. He can see yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I shall
you?
do a very polite introduction of all of us, using full formal courtier skills, just to show him a degree of respect because of his age.
And it is nice to see you all. You are here to help young Ryoshi-chan with her Genpuku, then, yes?
Very much so.
Excellent, yes. Is there... You know the library, Ryoshi, but maybe your friends would like to see another part of it.
Any parts that have not already been touched by Ryoshi-sama, of course. We do not wish to cover ground already covered.
There is much that she has not covered relating to aspects of the great empire. However, that is a lot of ground to cover. She has been mainly looking for the information about the ancestral sword. But you are free to look, but do not take anything from its place without asking permission.
Of course.
You can see that there are the library just stretches out behind him, and as I say, you can see there are like tables with like reading stands on there, dotted about, and some of you been here before as well. Yes.
Wasn't there a map of the? Was there a map of their, not the library itself, but on which the library appeared as a location on?
We
Like a map of.
found blueprints of the castle.
Yes.
That's what we found. So that we could basically probably navigate our way around the castle.
Yeah.
Was that a physical
Bless him.
handout that you gave us, Tom?
No, it wasn't a physical handout because
Okay.
I'm not crazy enough to do a full map of a Japanese castle.
Okay, that's fine. For some reason, I thought I had it in my head. It was. Apologies.
Yeah, no problem. You can all spend some time, unless there's some actual questions you wish to ask Hisoka. You can spend some time doing investigation rolls. It will be a fairly high DC.
Will it be lower if we choose specific subjects to look in? So, like, if we
No,
say
actually,
you- okay.
because the prophecy was found wedged between other pieces of paper that her father had found. But you don't know what he had found. You haven't seen his research.
Last time I was in the library, we had a bit of success with finding stuff that hadn't been put back yet.
Yeah.
And if I remember
Yes.
rightly, we only had time to investigate one of two avenues. One was what was ailing the daimyo,
Daimyo. Yeah.
and what was being looked at there. And the other one was what he had been looking at in terms of the ancestral sword, because everyone knows he's obsessed with it and he spends time in the library. And we went for the what ails the daimyo rather than what was he looking for in the ancestral sword. Akihiro has been itching to get back in here because he thinks shit made a mistake there. No one can sort out what's up with the daimyo, but it might be better to have looked at what hasn't been put back. I think was the sort of the view.
Night, Mr. Kern.
No.
Yeah.
See that again?
That goes.
Yeah.
I'll leave the camera on.
Yeah, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because we found a mention of jade petal tea in the what ails him part, which I thought was interesting. I wanted because I wanted to explore jade petal tea, how common it is, or rare, probably. How to, because I believe it's one of those things that they haven't tried yet.
Yes.
But yeah, so and obviously if Akihiro can find out that other information that he was looking at.
Now that
Yeah,
Akihiro is, yeah.
Sorry.
I was supposed to say, now that Takahashi is there, when you mention the jade petal tea, he will tell you that it is it could be seen as an insult to the daimyo because it is mainly used to treat effects of the taint.
Void taint. Yes, I remember now. Yes,
Yeah.
that's where I'd heard it, because that's how they remove it from the people at or should
Village of Broken Dreams.
Yeah,
find
they
it. The village of Broken Dreams.
they keep it in check.
Yeah.
So if you want to give me some investigation rolls, it's going to be a high DC. I'm going to say it's going to be a DC. Investigation 30.
I'm going to burn a
Blimey.
void point.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I added a void point to that.
Yeah.
I'm also adding a void point to my investigation.
Right.
I'm glad I didn't waste a void point.
Fair.
You've had some good rolls. You know, 40 and a 35.
Yeah.
Two of you have hit the DC. Okay, I wasn't expecting two to hit that DC. So you're Akihiro 43.
He finds all of the things.
So
coming in over the top.
Are they stacked in order in the yet to be put back pile?
So
they were here the whole time.
Yeah. It's going to take you a couple of hours going through what you think is potentially the right places, checking histories. Now that you know that there's a prophecy made by Kisune Fumiko, you've narrowed it down a little bit more. But you do find, I just need to edit this. So it is now an everybody thing. There we go. And that is popped up. Okay. Oh, okay.
Is that a different version of it?
No,
it
it's
is.
another
Second
part. Of
part.
Next part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nasty.
It says, "Seek not in mountains tall and proud, nor in the depths of the churning seas. The treasure lies where few dare tread, among the whispers of the trees. Hero, write in blood and tears, a warning to those who seek the blade. Within its sacred sheath lies bound a darkness from fooling's shade."
Oh.
The hairs on the back of your neck rise when you see the kanji for Fuleng, because obviously it's another he who must not be named
Oh my God.
situation.
I do a perception check.
Sure, give me one.
If I see the nothing again, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to do it.
Are you going to spend a
Stop
void
looking.
point?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm going to spend my
Stop
last
looking
void
for the nothing.
point. I'm going to. I'm scared.
Let's stop looking for it then.
24.
I don't see it.
You don't see anything in the shadows, but you do get a sort of because you're a Shugenja, you're more attuned with the spirit world. You do get a feeling of foreboding
Mm,
with those last two lines.
I don't like this.
But also because you made that roll before, I'm happy to take that. Give me a cipher roll, please.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah. I'd say it's a DC 25 again.
Oh, I'm out of void points. Where's my cipher? Oh, it's under calligraphy, isn't it? That was it.
Yes, so you're rolling with emphasis.
Yeah. What was my DC?
Mhm.
Got it.
25, and you made it.
Oh, good.
Right. Okay, this is Tom speaking to B.
Okay.
Notice the title of the handout.
Yeah, Fumiko.
Okay, and then compare it to the first handout.
Yeah. I thought it was a
Okay.
spelling mistake, if I'm honest.
Nope. It was
Okay.
done on
So what
purpose.
we've got so far is FU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, do we have 4 other bits to find? Do I get from that? Or
You know that this is the second part of it.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I mean, on a meta sense, obviously that's the name of the handout.
Yeah.
How does Xiaofan what does Xiaofan do to
So
discover
with
that
this,
in character?
okay, as from the encounter thing, this is the same type of scroll. This is the same same paper that
Okay.
has been clearly
if I line
ripped.
them up, yeah. If I
Yeah.
line them up, are they similar-ish in as if they would meet
Yeah.
one on top of
Yes.
each other? I do that.
Yeah.
And
It's
point it out.
not. Yeah, it's not a perfect thing because obviously age has worn away stuff, but it is
One away the
close
edges,
enough for
but
you to say.
yeah. I believe this might be the direct second part to this prophecy. Obviously, I can't be 100% certain, but I'm fairly sure.
Ryoshi actually yes. That's amazing. But where is somewhere that you dare to tread?
Sacred sheath lies bound in darkness. Here. where few dare to tread. Treasure lies. I mean,
The wisp.
do you have, Tom? This is is it a cultural thing that no, they would have graves and things, wouldn't they? Or is
They
it,
have
it's,
they have cemeteries where like ashes are kept.
yeah, because obviously we don't bury people.
Yeah, but
Um,
people go to them quite a bit to honour their ancestors, so they don't
Yeah.
fear to tread amongst them.
Okay. Is there a way for us to figure that out? That like a history check
We
or
know
something?
not many people go into the Shinneman Forest.
That's
That's
true.
what I
They
was
usually
thinking.
get lost.
That's what I was thinking.
That's actually very true. Okay. So, amongst the whispers of the trees.
Hmm.
And if we look at the first one, guarded by spirits old and wise, if that's not a place in the Shinneman Forest, I don't know what is. But till one mark. Here I write.
At this point, Takahashi says, "You'll have to
Wait a
excuse
minute.
me. I off to speak to the other Shugenja," and he walks out. Right. Sorry about that, Ryutaru.
Whispering trees. Wasn't the hunger or something? Wasn't that something? Didn't
Yeah.
the mention
Does
something about
the
whispers for
echoing
that?
hunger have anything to do with Fuleng? I mean,
Oh
it
yeah,
says a
no,
dark.
yeah, no, you would know because the echoing hunger isn't Oni,
Yeah.
from what Takahashi has told you in the past.
So it is.
Isn't everything bad just to do with Fuleng, or is that just how we perceive it anyway?
That's how you perceive it. Anything evil is a follower of Fuleng.
It's all Fuleng's fault.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all Fuleng's fault. So perhaps. I mean,
It's a
is it too
misunderstood
much?
guy.
Say that again. Ian?
He's a misunderstood guy.
Yeah, it's just he did nothing wrong.
Tom, from my notes,
Yes.
I've got
Uh-huh.
that the Echoing Hunger was trapped in the northern crablands. Trapped by a group
No,
of heroes.
he was found in the northern crablands, and then he was defeated there. But he was there was a shrine or a temple where he was trapped, which was in the Shinneman.
Did we know that?
Yes.
Yeah, the Cherry Blossom Princess told us that.
Okay.
And with the roles that Takahashi made as well.
I do feel we're in danger of seeing links where they might not be links because it's fresh. Our experience is fresh from the Shinneman Forest, but let's not draw that conclusion just yet.
I agree. It feels too much like a coincidence. However, it could also be fate. Perhaps we are fated to help on this journey.
Well, maybe this is something that I can answer by consulting with the stars.
Fate is
So
overrated.
it's probably around about 8 o'clock. The dusk is starting to come in, but it's not nighttime yet because it's still in the summer. But dusk is starting to settle.
Well,
And,
we'll need to wait till it's fully dark, and there's not many lights on around the castle and so on.
Can Xiaofan do an insight check? I know it's empathy, but do it on Akihiro.
On Akihiro?
Yes. About
Yeah,
his comment about fate. I'm just gonna roll straight.
I mean, I just chalked it up to him being just awkward.
Okay.
Damn, my rolls are real good today.
Okay, so what are you looking for? And Ian, you can respond appropriately to such a
Okay.
high insight roll.
So she's curious about, because obviously in our culture, I'm assuming that fate and fortune are quite widely regarded as fairly important, right? His comment about, I know that he has. There's been inklings of his different way of thinking. His reaction just then, Xiaofan thinks, is there something fated that's he's supposed to be to do, or something that he's avoiding or running away from? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. None of the above. I think when the group first met him, he's very closed, and you had to drag blood out of a stone to understand him. But over the last 2 years, you've come to realise that he doesn't share a lot of the beliefs perhaps that others just take as for granted.
Gotcha.
He's and when people mention fate, he feels coincidence is a real thing.
Gotcha.
Not
You're the
everything is meant to happen. It's not.
Rokugani's first scientist. Or logic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that's a good answer.
Yeah. Perfect. I suddenly thought that perhaps Akihiro was running away from his fated destiny or something, and I was gonna uncover it, but no, alas, never mind.
No, it's shown a fair bit of disdain, certainly in the past few months, for when people start talking about, oh, this was fated to happen, or it's in your fate for this to happen. He sort of brushes it off.
Fair. That's it. That's what I wanted to know. Carry
May
on.
I ask you reissue a question?
Yeah.
Tom, you're frozen on my screen. I don't know if it's for anyone else, but Tom is
it's frozen on my screen as well, but can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Yep.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So, Rishi-san, do you know a precise number of years ago when the sword was lost? Do you have a date for it? And was it 108 years ago?
I would have to check my notes, but that sounds about right.
Because the line in the first prophecy, through seasons 3 times 9 it sleeps. 4 seasons times 3 times 9 is 108. So is that merely an indication that it is now the time for the sword to reappear? I know Takahashi was trying to dissect the maths, and you were trying to tie it to the number of tails in a kitsune. But
It
4 seasons.
would. It is not a math that I even considered, but it did disappear 3 generations ago. It was about that sort of time, yes. Our character, damn you, Andy.
Yeah, I come up with 27 somehow.
Seasons.
27 years.
Seasons through seasons 3 times. 4 seasons times 3 times 9. It's I'm sort of
assumed that it was like 3. So 3 times 9 autumns is what in my head.
No. That's how I
like
first
that.
read it, but then I just reread it that, and she'd said something about 3 generations, and
that makes more sense than my answer.
I don't know if I've just From Tom's comment, I don't know
Yeah,
if I've
you've
just
cracked-
broken the
cracked
code
it wide open.
or found an awkward coincidence.
No, I did do it, mean it that way. Yes, you git. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. I love that. Oh, damn it.
Well done, Andy. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Sorry, well done, Takahiro.
It's probably
so
useful.
you've got...
I shall shake my head
So
in disdain at Akihiro.
I say it's about 8 o'clock-ish at night now. Between 8 and 9. You've probably got a good 2 to 3 hours before full dark, where you would see the stars. Is there anything you wanted to do in that time?
Well, I want to make sure that they're happy with us sort of wandering around at night and studying the stars, particularly with her as a minor in our company. But assuming that's all
Dero
fine.
is...
Sorry, Sam?
Sorry. Dero is still following at a distance, but it's keeping an eye. So he's like taking the role of a bodyguard.
Okay. And then in that case, I would just have an evening meal as normal you would do, and then we'll just wait until about midnight and then attempt to study the stars.
Okay. Does anybody else wish to do anything, or are you happy to wait until you can go see the stars?
I'm going to.
I'm happy to wait, but I did have a question about the way that about the prophecy and the stars, because it also there was that question about the jade stars being in summer and it talking about the autumn, wasn't there? And I just wondered if over 108 years the time that the stars appear would have altered. I don't know much about the celestial bodies of Rokugan, so I'm just throwing it out there to other
I have
people.
looked on my character sheet, and I have a great knowledge of how to read the stars, but have no knowledge of how they move. I don't think I've got an appropriate law skill, unless history would apply for that. But I think it's a very good question, Ben. But I don't know the answer.
It was mentioned earlier that obviously the stars move throughout the night sky. So it was autumn when the swords disappeared, but the jade stars have now appeared about a week ago above the Fox's Den.
So how often do they appear then? What's the regularity
in that
of
case,
that?
yes. Give me a Jeebus. The nearest one would be the only skill that you have between you would be would be the divination, because you're a specialist in stars.
So can I roll that as I'm assuming that Heichi-san is asking me this question, so in character. So can I just roll divination as a?
Yeah, do it with intelligence.
It always is.
Oh, okay, yep.
I've got it down.
Give it a. It's not quite right, so let's give it a DC 20. DC 20.
DC 20. My intelligence is 4. DC 20. I'm just going to try and succeed. I'm not going to go for any raises, although I've been rolling.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, I now roll 38.
Yeah. So you know the jade stars appear at times of importance. They are amongst the luckiest stars. They do appear at different times of the year, but usually when something important is happening or is about to happen.
Okay.
Ryutaro, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna sort of find a quiet place and meditate and see if I can convince the Kitsune to have a conversation with me, see what I can glean off them.
Ooh, okay. So what we'll do, because it's just before 11 o'clock, is we will do the thing with Ryutaru, and then next week we'll do the divination with Takahiro.
Mhm.
Because it'll be happening at the same time, but it's easier to do so less things there's less conversation likely to happen with Ryutaru than with the divination,
No, that's fine. That makes
depending on the
perfect sense.
questions you ask.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you do go outside, Ryutaru, you can sit off to the side and do me a meditation roll and see if you can actually get a Kitsune to come with you, come and find you, and you can ask a few questions. Please make me a meditation roll with just to try and find one. It's going to be a fairly simple one. Let's say we're going to go with a DC 15.
Ah, I failed.
Ah,
Dude, Fox is double
okay.
fortune
So but what does happen is that you see a two-tailed Kitsune spirit start sniffing around you. It looks fearfully at you. And you know that Kitsune are curious by nature and not normally fearful. This one does glance at you and then glances up to the castle behind you. And it is almost more fearful that the castle is behind you from where it came out.
Okay.
And I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you next week, where more stuff will be revealed.
Thanks everyone watching.
And I hope you like it. Cheers, guys.
Bye,
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Well,